Hello and welcome to this episode of Maintenance with Magnus. Today we're going to do some simple service and maintenance on the RG30 Helix. The RG30 Helix is designed for small diameter in-road surveying, with its 30mm body, adaptable centralizers, and providing all the benefits that the innovative DeviGyro has to offer. It's very suitable for slim rod RC drilling and AQ core drilling. So today we're going to do a general check of the tool, checking the centralizers, the O-rings, the front shock absorber and swivel, and we're going to do some cleaning, lubing. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a general check of the tool. So what I like to do first is just ensure that my tool is actually straight. So I'm laying it on my V-stance, and then I take, just ensuring that I'm spinning it around some place where there aren't any grooves. So around the front shock absorber is the best point. And then I take something like my bucket of wet wipes, putting it next to the tool, and then just rotating, making sure that my tool is straight and it doesn't wobble. Mine is looking pretty good, so nothing to do about that. And then we're going to just start on the bottom and just work ourselves upwards. So the first thing I do is I'm just making sure that all the parts of my front shock absorber is here. So we have the bull nose, we have the spring, and we have the plastic ring. And also making sure that it moves. When you have built up grime and dirt, it can actually cause the front bull nose to seize. So just make sure that you can move it. We're also going to dismount this and clean it afterwards. Then I'm going over to my front centralizer, just making sure that all my wheels are present. So you have two straight wheel holders, which make your tool go straight, and two helix wheel holders, which makes your tool rotate. And these are the ones mostly used, so you probably want to make sure that these are in good shape. Just look out for any kind of cracks in the wheels and make sure that you can easily flip them in. And then we're moving up towards the pressure barrel, making sure that I have no deep dents or damages in the antenna outer tube. And then I'm doing the same process on my rear centralizers, making sure that all wheels are present and that I can flip my centralizers. The last thing is the swivel, so just making sure that my swivel is present and making sure it rotates properly. So this looks pretty good. The last thing I want to do is actually open the running gear to make sure that my damping is present. So instead of the normal, like you have in the RG40, you have a rubber damper. Here you have an X-ring. And it's very important that when you mount your DeviGyro, every time you change the battery, you make sure that your X-ring is present. And the X-ring sits here, and this is what keeps your DeviGyro from breaking. This is your DeviGyro main damping. And you also have some O-rings inside the running gear. And mine are present, and my X-ring is present as well. So I'll also making sure to check my O-rings here. And this is all looking very good. And that's it for the general check of the tool. Right, so now we're going to do a thorough cleaning of the RG40. So we're starting with the front shock absorber and then working our ways upward to the tool. So for a general kind of after shift cleaning, you just need to clean the wheels that we've been using, but every now and then you should also just flip out the unused wheels and do a thorough cleaning of them as well, just to keep them in tip-top shape. So first I do is I grab a 5mm Allen key. This is not included in your kit, so grab your own. And then I just dismount the bull nose and the spring and the plastic ring. Just unscrew the screw here. You can also dismount the front shock absorber from the assembly first if you want that. And just you can grab a steel brush. Just brush off any dirt. You can take a bit of abrasive paper if you have that. So mine isn't as bad. So you can also grab a piece of paper and some general lubricant oil. Just add a small amount of oil here. Just clean your insides here, and then remount it in the opposite position. So plastic ring first, then the spring, and then you can see there's a small flat area on this side, while there isn't on this side. So this should line up with the groove in the cool nose. And then just try to fit the screw back in. So the next thing we're doing is we're cleaning the front sand slicer. So just grab yourself a steel brush, not included in your kit, and just brush off any dirt from the wheels. This will reduce the risk of them getting stuck. And then just take a small amount of oil, just one drop, and just spin it on all wheels. And then we're grabbing the Allen key from your kit, and we're unscrewing these two screws. So while unscrewing, you need to put a finger on your wheel holders here. So when you pull out this screw, the wheel holder opens. And then we're doing the same, just cleaning it out with a steel brush. And then the same with the small amount of lubricant. And then you can tuck them back in and remount the screws. And then you do the same on the rear centralizer. Just flip out the centralizers not in use. And then grab your steel brush and just clean it all out. Then you tuck the ones you're not using back in again. And then for the swivel, just make sure it rotates freely, and every now and then just add some grease. You have a grease nipple here, so just add grease until it comes out here. Very simple. And then the final thing, replacing the O-rings on the RG30 pressure barrel. So if you have a gyro inside, be very gentle when you open it, because you don't want to damage your gyro. So once unscrewed, just gently pull out. You can hold the DeviGyro and remove the DeviGyro as well. So what happens, your O-ring, one of the internal O-rings might come out. Just put it back in its designated slot, you should easily be able to feel that it will just pop into place. I just remove the two O-rings. And just wipe off the surfaces, make sure that you don't have any dirt or grime inside, which can cause some issues with the sealing. After you remove the old O-rings, go into your running gear kit and grab the bag of 23.5 x 1.78 O-rings. Grab two of these and just remount them. And then go into your running gear kit and grab the bag and grab the O-ring grease. Just apply a decent amount of O-ring grease on the O-rings. You should also apply some moly coat there if you have. Alright, so now that the O-rings have been replaced, I'm reassembling it and I'm also mounting my gyro inside. So first thing you do is you align the antenna cap of the gyro with the hole in here. So first mount the gyro and then you thread on the rest of the running gear. And then gently screw it together, making sure not to drop it. That can damage the gyro. And it's important that you mount the gyro to this part first, because if not, you might not be able to align it, and then you can crush the gyro. And then we just tighten. And that's it. Freshly serviced and maintained running gear, ready for a new round of surveying. That's it for today's episode of Maintenance with Magnus. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to contact your local Devico supplier or Devico directly at our website. And remember, preventive maintenance is key to extending equipment life, ultimately saving you both time and money.